Yep, good day to you. You have now comes to the members Qooaims site. So you can key in your email address and then your given password. You can always, remember me to save this password. When you log in, you can read the instructions and then goes on to the profile site. When you're at the profile site, do goes to the connect your MT4 account to ensure that your trader's password is being keyed in and you have saved so that you are linked up online to be ready to copy any signal provider. So this account is already being activated, all right? So next, you can then go to the signal providers page and you'll see the numbers, the many signal providers there for you to choose. Now, do you have you will see that's the color, there's this light green background. Light green background, once you follow any signal provider, this light green background would appear. For example, you would like to follow this water image 73. You click on follow. It will confirm, are you sure? Even you say yes. Now, you realize this background turns to light green. When you unfollow, it will also ask you, do you confirm that you want to unfollow, because all your floating positions with this SP signal provider will be closed. If you say yes, you will realize that all your position with this signal provider will be closed, regardless floating profit or floating loss. Of course, there's other options that you can choose to take up instead of unfollowing straight away. You can select the EA setting. Now this is on, you will realize some EA setting is off. All right, by default it's off. So when it's on, you would like to make some customization. All right. So when you on it, you realize that most importantly, when you want to do some customization, is on your money management. Now the money management allows you to decide whether you want to follow, copy the signal provider's trades in under a fixed lot size or lot multiplier. Now this is very awesome because fixed lot, when you choose fixed lot, that is when regardless of what trade currency pairs or pairs, instrument pairs, regardless of the lot size attached to the currency pair, you only want to fix it all to be at, say, right, 0.5, for example. So if the signal provider trades at 0.1, you can decide to have a fixed lot size for 0.5 for all the pairs that he's trading on. Now, there would have variation of the signal provider in terms of the lot size that the signal provider use for different instrument pairs. It can vary from minimum 0.01 to 1.0, 2.0, and this is where your lot multiplier comes in. You can multiply up or multiply down. So multiply up, of course, for example, 1.8 times of the lots the signal provider use on all his trade pairs, or perhaps you only want to have a lower lot size than the signal provider, say 0.7. So regardless of what kind of lot size, of regardless of what instrument pair, it will only be copied in at 0.7 times of the lot size of any instruments opened by the signal provider, and it will be copied into your account. All right. Now next, if you like to make your own trading adjustments, right? That means it's like, for example, entry. You decided that you do not want to have any more new position copied into your account, you can uncheck entry. If you decided that you would like to modify the trade positions yourself, for example, TPSL, you can uncheck modify before you go to your MT4 to make the adjustment yourself in terms of the TPSL, or set your own TPSL of each trade. If you like to exit the trade yourself instead of copy in the exiting strategy of TP or SL of the signal provider, you can also uncheck exit. So everything unchecked, meaning that you would like to do the trading basically yourself. Perhaps you have copied in the initial pairs, but you would like to do the modification to the trades, TPSL, and exit the trades yourself. So up to you, right? Now, most importantly, making any customization and setting here, you have to save. If you do not save the settings, it won't be affected. The moment that you save, all the revised setting will be affected upon the next open position of the signal provider. Now next, take profit if equity above a certain amount, which you can also read the explanation here. So you can decide that if you have reached a certain equity amount, you can input a position, an amount here. Okay, so if equity actually hit $1,000, you can take profit. Stop if equity below certain amount. So this is as good as putting your own stop loss in terms of physical amount or percentage form based on the equity again, right? So for example, if your equity currently is 5,000, if the equity were to fall to 4,000, it will stop all positions. In a way, it's like a cut loss of your based on your equity. You decide on the trade pairs that you would like to copy in. And the trade pairs that you do not wish to copy in, right? So for example, you find that this signal provider always had a higher probability of winning on XAU pair. You can put in XAU USD here. Now, if this signal provider seems like has a higher probability of losing the euro dollar, you can also put it here. So you will not copy in certain specific pair, or you will only trade certain specific pair only. Now next, maximum trades that you would like to copy in. For example, if the signal provider usually trades about 10 to 20 trades open position, and you decided that you only want to like half it, and the first 5 position will only be copied in, and you can always indicate here. All right. Now, margin limit is usually fixed at 70%, or the broker margin that you can determine here is quite a default unless you decided to switch it differently. Now, interestingly, we have a reverse trading. So reverse trade will mean that you'd go the opposite way, the direction of the signal provider. So again, you realize that it's quite fun to reverse copy the trades of the signal provider. So when he buys, you sell. You can always put your own stop loss and take profit position. Okay, so it will be based on the whole account of reversing the trades of the signal provider. All right. So when you're satisfied, you can then save the settings, and all your changes, your customization will be saved and activated, executed based on your instructions of how you want to follow each signal provider. Otherwise, you can always close this and come back again on another time. All right, hope you have a clear picture of how you can follow a signal provider, and we wish you good luck as you explore how you can follow copy earn under Qooaims. Till the next session, take care and enjoy your trading, copy trading. Cheers. We'll log out from here now.